I was scrolling through Instagram on my Antstagram account and I came upon this, Utah Ant Shop. It's been a little bit since my last unboxing video, so I felt like it was time to make another one. Plus, I needed a new nest for my Pogonomyrmex Occidentalis colony. So, I reached out to him and he recommended the concrete and gypsum formicarium. It was $26, which fit perfectly within my price range. He also gave me a 20% discount code and said he would throw in a few extra items. The formicarium arrived a few days after my order was placed, and I found it kinda cool that my YouTube name was on the box. Knife in hand, it was time to start unboxing. After getting through the tape and opening the box itself, I was pleased to see that all of the empty space was filled by packing peanuts. This is to ensure that your product is not damaged upon arrival. It doesn't stop there either. The formicarium is well insulated by layers of bubble wrap and saran wrap. This made me feel at ease because not everyone that works at USPS cares about the packages. After getting the plastic wrapping off, I was thrilled to see that there was no damage sustained during the shipping process. But I did notice that one of the rubber stoppers were missing. This wasn't a big deal as I could just use cotton to block it off. Besides that, the nest looked great and it was time to move on to the extras. The first thing that caught my eye was the red test tube. It too has sustained no damage and I actually plan on using it for more light-sensitive species. Next was a pipette. This actually was one of two things that came with the formicarium, and if you didn't know, this is one of many methods for watering your nest. These tweezers were the second thing that came with the nest itself, and I personally use them to both add and remove seeds from the outworld. These are two 3D printed test tube holders. They keep the test tube from rolling around and potentially harming your colony. The test tube you see here is filled with a heterogeneous mixture of seeds and other harvester ant related foods known as ant grub. The blue liquid that we have here is known as ant juice. It's placed in a plastic bag to prevent it from getting all over everything if leaking were to occur during shipping. This liquid feeder here will provide your colony with either an extra source of water or, in my case, this ant juice. The plastic feeding dish, which has a ramp for your ants to climb on, is for solid food sources such as the test tube of ant grub. Here, we have a syringe, which is concealed in a plastic bag for safety and sanitation reasons. Lastly, we have the small acrylic nest called a queen home. This queen home, in my opinion, is made more for smaller ants. The white sponge within is for hydration purposes. So now with everything unboxed, it's time to put some of these to use, so that I can give you all a more accurate review. First will be the concrete and gypsum formicarium. After transferring my Pogonomyrmex Occidentalis colony into it, I gave them some of the mixed food provided and proceeded to wait a few days. After which, I peeked inside the nest to see that the larvae have grown and their stockpile of seeds have increased. The formicarium could use a little work though, as I noticed that it was fairly easy to disconnect the nest from both the outworld and the platform. But I did like the red acrylic slab that was included along with the hole drilled below the water reservoir so that I can shine light into the nest with my phone. On to the queen home. This nest is now being occupied by either a Tamponoma or Linapithema humili colony. Either way, the nest is great and the only thing I have to complain about is size. It would be nice to have something similar for bigger species such as Camponotus. The ant juice was a hit and the liquid feeder performed great. Overall, the food and juice were a solid 11 out of 10, the concrete and gypsum formicarium was an 8 out of 10, the queen home was a 9 out of 10, and the feeders were a 10 out of 10. The red test tube holders, pipette syringe, and tweezers performed as expected. Before we get to the giveaway, I want to point out that the site is still very new and was actually put up on the 22nd of February. With that said, the site surprisingly has a large variety of formicariums and accessories to choose from, so I recommend giving them a try this coming ant season. Now on to the giveaway. First, let me point out that this giveaway is fully funded by Utah Ant Shop themselves and is only available for the US. The winner will receive not one, but 2 queen homes from Utah Ant Shop. All you have to do is follow both Utah Ant Shop and I on Instagram, join Utah Ant Shop's Discord server, sign up for email updates on his website, leave a like on this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. After you've done everything, leave a comment stating that you're participating, and I'll give you a heart to show that I've read it. There's also links in the description to everything you need to participate in this giveaway. The closing date is March 31st, 2020, and the winner will be announced April 1st, 2020. If you went on to enjoy today's video, ask that you leave a like and subscribe even if you're not participating in the giveaway. With that said, my name is Lights Camera Ants, and I'll see you in the next video.